sleep until noon, gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside. Yes, outside dog.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
11, Tom.
They go play action with Burrow.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
36-yard line.
12.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a second and 10.
On the play. Second and 10.
Here we go.
At the Commanders.
Here's Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
On the jump. Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard after the 43.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Trap 50. Trap 50.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And shutting him off, now open field.
Inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
11.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at the Steeler defense.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
11,
the Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
12.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
46-yard line.
Done. 11 Thomas.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Here we go.
Steelers
11.
Burrow will throw. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
Here we go.
At the 19-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Third and 5.
Now Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, the 4th of the year. And the Steelers have regained the lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Across midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 39 yards there, a big one. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team,
11 M3, 11 M3.
the body types of the receivers are usually different. the way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. It's caught here by Adams. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
11 MT.
Now they'll run on the draw. Escaping a tackle at the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On 2, ready?
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
12.
Burrow on play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
11.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Inside the 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Looking to put a drive together.
Get set. Right, 80.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick slant caught by Kirk. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
11.
At the 35.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
12.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
11 mighty. 11
Coming up
mighty.
here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
Back to throw again.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And that's complete to Adams.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
And Burrow going to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 15. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go. Start. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
He'll look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Viking 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Pat. Pat to 60. Pat.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
60, 70, 70.
A gain of 14.
60 Maverick. 60
First down,
Maverick.
Washington.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
11.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
11 MT tape.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Sharp. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Burrow will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again, it's Burrow. Now he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Washington. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
11 mighty.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Burrow. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers first down.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
11 MT, 11 MT.
At
Right,
the
80.
46-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
12, 12, 1. Right, 80. Start.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's Washington now to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Looking to put a drive together.
go! Cougar 19!
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Ready? 65, go!
They'll go again with Gibbs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ready?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Commanders.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go!
Gibbs straight ahead. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Ready up!
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
24.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 16-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun to give to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Devontae Adams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the ready.
2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Yeah, he's going to have a Commanders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, They'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Looking to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Oh, nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
16 yards. And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
17 yards. That's another Steelers.
A final shot now for Burrow. On the RPO, and I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA.
Black beans taking out it. We gon' pop a couple. While they poppin' paparazzi pictures. I got my in the back and my bros in the front leading. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with that punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour.